Good evening, third grade. It's Miss Keeler. I just wanted to go over input and output that we talked about in math class today. Remember that input is the number that you're putting into the equation, and it's typically the x variable, and the output is the y variable, the answer that you're getting out of the equation. Anytime you're filling out an input and output table, there will always be this rule right here that you are going to use to help you fill in the table. You're either going to plug in the x, which is normally the input number, or the y, which is normally output number, or the answer. So for this equation, I have y equals 5x. And in order to solve this first blank that I have right here, I need to plug 2 in for the value of x. Well, I can do that. So y now equals 5 times 2. And I know that 5 times 2 is 10, so y equals 10. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in right here. So I already know that y in this row is equal to 10. Now I'm going to fill in this next blank right here. And my rule is the same. So I'm just going to put 4, which is my x value now, in for x in this equation. So I'm left with y equals 5 times 4. And I know that 5 times 4 is 20, so y is equal to 20. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put it in my table. Don't forget to fill out that table. So y equals 20 in this row right here. All right, for this next blank here, I'm going to use the same equation, but I have the value of y. I'm given this value of y of 30 right here, but I'm not given the value of x. So now I need to solve for the x value in this equation. So I'm going to plug y in, which is 30. 30 equals 5x. This looks just like some of those variable problems that we've been solving throughout the week. So I know that anytime that 5 or any number is next to a variable, that means I'm multiplying. So in order to get x by itself, I need to divide. So I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. So I'm left with 30 divided by 5 equals x. Well, I know that 30 divided by 5 is 6. So 6 is equal to x. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to plug that into my chart. And I know that my answer is correct, because if I were to plug both of those numbers back into the equation, I would get the right answer. All right, now I just have one more space down here to fill out in my table. And again, I'm just given the value of y. So I'm going to plug 45 in for y, and I'm given the equation 45 equals 5x. And again, I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. So really, I'm left with this equation. 45 divided by 5 is equal to x. Well, 45 divided by 5 is 9. So 9 is equal to x. And I'm going to plug that in to my table to make sure that my answer is recorded. You will have problems similar to these on your homework this evening, although this actual problem is not on your homework assignment.